Shymkent is the heart of the southern region of the country, an amazing ancient city. It is located in the center of a flat steppe under hot sunshine. Shymkent means a city of garden, that is, a green city. So when you come here, you will immediately understand that you are in a truly cozy and comfortable environment. We bring to your attention a 4-day tour for tourists arriving in Shymkent. First day. Shymkent is the only city that is always ready to greet you with warm hugs, hot and delicious dishes. So when you are here, you can definitely come to Global Coffee Shop and have lunch. The first day of the tour program will begin with a trip to settlements rich in historical and cultural heritage adjacent to the city. Special transport will comfortably take you from breakfast to the next site. The first object will be a number of mausoleums in the Seyran district. Here are the mausoleums of Ibrahim Ata, Qarashashana and Hazir Paygambar, preserved in antiquity. Visiting tourists can admire magnificent architectural and historical sites. Who and what was our grandfather Ibrahim? Our grandfather Ibrahim was the father and the first teacher of our grandfather Hoja Ahmed Yasawi. Our grandfather Ibrahim lived in the 10th and 11th centuries. Our grandfather Ibrahim was the first person to spread Islam among the Turkish-speaking peoples of Central Asia. According to legend, our grandfather Ibrahim lived for 47 years and Qarashashana was his wife.
Ibrahim ата мен Qarashashana 3 перзент сүйді.
Mother Qarashashana and grandfather Ibrahim gave birth to 3 children. The eldest daughter is Gauhar, the second child is Sadir Khoja. There is no exact information about Sadir Khoja, and the third child is our grandfather Hoja Ahmed Yasawi. He learned to read the Quran at the age of 2, and at the age of 7 he graduated from a madrasa and achieved the rank of saint. Next, after lunch, our tourist route will go to the ancient settlement of Otrar, the mausoleum of Arslan Baba, and the mausoleum of Hoja Ahmed Yasawi in the holy city of Turkestan. Arslan Baba. As you all know, this place, considered the spiritual capital of the Turkish world, has its own special place. Tourists can not only visit but also see historical relics and visit the tombstones of the place where the Kazakh Khans are buried. Start your journey from Arslan Baba, come to Hazret and ask. With these words, the journey to Turkestan begins for many tourists. Local guides recommend starting the tour with a visit to the Arslan Baba Mausoleum, which is located 60 kilometers from Turkestan, near the settlement of Otrar from the village of Shaulder, Otrar district. Many tourists stay here overnight, make a wish, arrive alone with the Almighty, and only then go to Turkestan to the mausoleum of Hoja Ahmed Yasawi. This is exactly what the famous Sufi bequeathed. It's difficult to say who Arslan Baba was. History calls him either a wandering saint or a local sheikh ruler. Even the Kazakh proverb "Otrarda 30 bab, Sayramdagı sansız bab" has been preserved, the literal translation of which there are 30 bab in Otrar, and there are countless of them in Sayram. The mausoleum of Hoja Ahmed Yasawi began to be erected by order of Tamerlan in honor of the famous Sufi, poet and preacher in the East in the year of the victory over Han Toktamish, the ruler of the Golden Horde. The city of Turkestan, previously called Yassi, was one of the nodes of the Great Silk Road. Caravans from China, Persia and Byzantium passed through these places loaded with the finest porcelain, beautiful fabrics, jewelry and other goods. It was here that the wonderful Hoja Ahmed Yasawi lived his life. whose poems brought people thoughts of goodness and honor. Poems that people learned by heart and passed on in a chain, far beyond the borders of Deshta-Kipchak. The construction of the mausoleum of Hoja Ahmed Yasavi was carried out in the period from 1385 to 1405, and the architectural monument itself was erected at the behest of Emir Timur, Tamerlan, in honor of the Sufi ancient Turkish poet and preacher Ahmed Yasavi, famous in the east, on the site where his modest tombstone had previously been located. Second day. Our next trip is the city of Tashkent, since the capital of Uzbekistan is the closest city to Shymkent. There is an opportunity to visit the beautiful places of this city. Tashkent is the richest city in historical heritage, in which the historical complex of Imam Hazrat, Barak Khan Madrasa, Tilla Sheikh Mosque, Abu Bakr Kafal Shahi Mausoleum and Al-Bukhari Institute are located. Here you imagine unique moments in history and find yourself in this world again. At noon, you can visit the museums and theater of Navai and enter the fairy tale world of Magic City. Here you can see unique locations, attractions, sweet ice cream and beautiful places to take a photo as a souvenir. Using special transport, you can return to the hotel and plunge into the warm evening of sunny Shymkent. Third day. In close proximity to the city, there are such natural recreation areas as the Aksu-Jabagli Nature Reserve, Sayram-Ugam National Park, Kaskasu, Berkolek. Therefore, we can say for sure that the journey through the historical sacred tourism of the southern region begins with the city of Shymkent. And after breakfast at the hotel where you're staying, you can travel to this natural area in warm and comfortable transport. Clean air, the beauty of nature, the animal world are, of course, special gifts. Excursions to the Aksu-Jabagli region always open their doors to visitors. Amazing walks await you there. You can also organize a jeep tour to Aksu. There are the most beautiful places in Central Asia. From the name, it follows that a protected area has been formed around the Aksu River, which is one of the two rivers, and the Aksu River tract is one of the main attractions not only of the reserve but of the whole Kazakhstan. The most abundant water in the reserve, the Aksu River, flows in a narrow with beautiful stream. Here it appears as a deep conglomerate gorge about 30 kilometers long and up to 500 meters deep with vertical walls. The distance between the upper end and the gorge is no more than 700-800 meters. The Aksu tract was white from marble sand. The woolly waters of the Aksu River flowed rapidly along the bottom of the tract and no one dared to cross it. The wall of the gorge, especially in places where the water is most well leveled, form pillars, and the lower cavities and pits are usually clogged with water. The territory of the Sayram-Ugam State National Natural Park occupies a northeastern position in the western Tianshan system and is represented by the Ugam, Karajantau and Boraldaitau mountains ranges, as well as the northwestern spurs of the Talas Alatau. The rivers Ugam, Sayramsu, Kaskasu, Burguluk, Badam, Mashat and Kokbulak flow through the park. The park territory has 7 natural zones ranging from mountain steppes to high mountains, where 1,635 species of plants, 59 species of mammals and 300 species of birds are found. The species composition of the park's vegetation is unique. 240 plant species listed in the Red Book of the Republic of Kazakhstan grow here. It can be especially emphasized that almost all Red Book species are rare. Very rare species of Sakdi Ash, wild grapes, Yanchen Kurant and Alberta rice are represented by only a few specimens. The most remarkable feature of Western Tianshan is also the distribution of many species of wild relatives of cultivated plants here: apple, pear, plum, grape, walnut, onion and tulip. The park's fauna is also diverse. Bears, wolves, wild boars, mountain goats, roe deer, badgers and porcupines are common inhabitants of the park. Graceful Karatawargali roost in the southern sections of Boraldai Ridge in the spring. It is very rare to see the most cautious inhabitants of the park, the snow leopard and the Turkestani lynx. Plants cover fauna, varied topography, rivers, waterfalls and mountain lakes create picturesque, unique landscapes with enormous recreational potential. From the same beauty, you can return to the city, then spend this evening on Arbat and enjoy hot tea and coffee. Fourth day. On the fourth day of the tourism tour, you can visit parks and ethno-historical complexes near the Baydibek monument. This is the highest point of the city of Shymkent. There is a place in the city where you can see animals and birds in their natural habitat. Be sure to include the dinosaur park in your plans. This is a place where not only tourists but also local often walk. According to the Oasis concept, Shymkent has many water parks with swimming pools and water attractions. While walking around the city on a hot day, you can take a dip in the refreshing cool water and lift your spirits with water attractions. To end your trip, be sure to visit a unique mosque in the metropolis, the White Mosque named after Sican Kari Ishanule. The mosque may be included in the Guinness Book of Records. Here 12,000 people will be able to perform namaz at the same time. The great mosque named after Sican Kari Ishanule is located in the new administrative and business center of the city of Shymkent. The height of the main dome is 56 meters. Men enter from the central entrance and women enter from the left. About 12,000 parishioners can be accommodated and about 10,000 people can gather at the entrance area at once. In addition, the building has a conference hall with 1,100 seats, a dining room with 600 seats, a marriage hall, a madrasa and a library. For the convenience of visitors, a two-story parking lot is provided. The interior architecture also attracts attention. Kazakh attribute and national patterns, surahs from the Holy Quran, are also written on the wall. The tourism importance of Shymkent is quite high. This is a large city with a developed infrastructure, which is a hub connecting neighboring states with other regions of the country. Today, the city has 144 hotels, 25 social and cultural facilities, 23 resorts, 69 sports centers, 10 parks, 7 Republican sacred cities, 3,326 catering establishments, and more than 150 tourist centers.
2020 жылы бірінші рет келгем, сол кезде ұнаған.
I was here for the first time in 2020. I really liked this city back then. We came from the city of Aktobe. This time we came for a walk, 6 families, 34 people. First of all, it's a very beautiful park. Everything is clean, lots of trees, fresh air. Secondly, we were at the zoo, looking at bears, lions, giraffes, hippos. The kids really enjoyed it. We are very happy. It's not for nothing that they say Shymkala, the green city, about Shymkent. We will have a wonderful memories of this city. Thanks to the organization of this city and everyone who organizes all this, I can confidently say that Shymkent is #1 in Kazakhstan. The Bolotbek Beysbekov family opened their Altyn Orda art gallery to all residents of the city, where every artist can exhibit their works and arrange a personal exhibition. The head of the family, Bolotbek Beysbekov, comments on the opening of the gallery and says that they are not limited only to art exhibitions. Therefore, at exhibitions you can meet different musicians who open or accompany the exhibition with their performances, thereby uniting various fields of art. The family built the gallery over several years at their own expense, investing their efforts in creating a cultural platform for various artists and creative events. With the whole family, they popularized national art, turning it into a fashionable modern brand. The Altyn Orda Gallery of Beysbekov artists is well known far beyond the borders of Shymkent, Turkestan and entire region, because it has long turned into a popular tourism attraction. Here you can not only buy traditional travel magnets or figurines, but also clothes and products from felt and carpets. The Beysbekov family does everything themselves. Every time I travel abroad, I take souvenirs with me here as a gift. It happened that I once gave a gift, a hunting gift made of genuine leather, for a tour operator. And also attend master classes on national types of applied art. You can see with your own eyes how leather is made for a saddle, how lashes are woven, or incredible crafted landscapes are created. By the way, their inventor is the ancestor of the large creative Beysbekov family, Kulash Aydarbekova. Now, 9 members of the Beysbekov family are engaged in creativity: parents, 4 children, a daughter-in-law, and 2 granddaughters. Even the work of the youngest artists already decorate the halls of various institutions in Turkestan, Shymkent, and have even gone abroad as gift. By the way, the gallery has long become an official place of practice for students of art department of universities and colleges. Future masters of applied art are so interested that instead of running home, they continue to practice in workshop until 10-11 at night. This means that the Beysbekov family growing with new followers, new creative children. In addition, exhibitions of works by emerging artists are often held here to support their creativity.